Okay, so we are now recording, and welcome to Bio 1103 Analytical Chemistry lecture. Okay, so to be honest with you, this subject is one of the hardest chemistry if you are a chemist. Pag chemist ka, ito yung subject na mahirap talaga, no? But since you are not chemist naman, you are biologists and future doctors or so on and so forth, we will try our best no, to deliver the ideas of this subject in a much easier way. Okay? Actually, hindi naman siya super hirap talaga. Ano lang, marami lang calculation, which is in itself mahirap. Pero kapag okay kayo pagdating sa calculation, easy lang to. Okay? So, ngayon pa lang bigyan ko na kayo ng expectation sa course nito. Okay? So, many people regard this as the hardest chem, but as long as you can perform calculations well, walang magiging problem. Okay? So, yun lang. So, we have 8 chapters to discuss. Okay? 4 of which will be in the midterm period, simula dito until Jan. And the remaining 4 will be done in the finals period. Okay? So mapapansin nyo, 4 chapters lang. Ibig sabihin, may mga chapter dyan na 2 weeks natin i-discuss. Okay? So that gives us plenty of time, okay, to work on the ideas. Okay? So ayan. So let's begin with the course orientation muna. Okay? So, wala na kaming PowerPoint na prepare because it is already loaded here in Canvas. No? Yung information andito na sa Canvas. Okay. Sorry for this typo. I forgot to edit this. So, again, this is Bio 1103 lecture component of analytical chemistry. And this is a chemistry that is focused on answering how many and what. No? So, yun yung mga questions na sinasagot ni analytical chemistry. How many in a sense that this one is usually used in quantitative research, no? Yung what naman, the what question usually answers the qualitative form of research, no? Analytical chemistry can perform both. So, it can really answer what and how much, no? So, yun. So, ang analytical chemistry, since we're talking about research, halos lahat ng field gumagamit nito. Okay? So later in our chapter 1 discussion, we will see how interconnected all the other sciences are to analytical chem. Okay? So yun yung sinasagot ni Ana Chem. Gano'ng karami and ano yung nandyan sa iyong material. Okay? So supposedly, may lab dapat but due to the limitation of our ano, movement due to coronavirus. Yan. So, home lab activities tayo. Okay? So, yan. So, when it comes to assessments, you are very familiar with that. Dalawang portion lang naman tayo, the formative and the summative. Each of them bears 50% of your overall grade. Okay? For the lecture, ang ating assessments will be the quizzes, 15 points each. So, we have 8 quizzes per chapter yon. And then we have problem sets, okay? 10 points each. Okay? Yung experiment, ito sa lab nyo na yun, okay? So again, ano yung mga formative assessment natin? Quiz per chapter, 15 points yan. And then problem set per chapter, 10 points yan. Okay? So, di ba dati puro quiz lang? Ngayon, nilagyan na natin ng problem set para makabawi talaga. Okay? So, ganun. And then for the summative assessment, what we have is the exam. Okay, so for midterm and the final exam, that's similar with what you had last semester naman. And whatever the grade is that you will get from all these things here, pag ano yung nakuha nyo dyan, they will be transmuted into their corresponding letter grade. Okay? And for my students before, they are very familiar with how I conduct the consultation period, no, midterm consultation, and even in the finals I do send them the grades before I encode them in your student central accounts. Okay, so we are very transparent when it comes to grading, And sometimes we can do negotiation, no? Kunwari, may nakalimutan na prop set, sige, pagbigyan na natin, okay? Pero may deduction. So, transparent ako when it comes to that, okay? So again, with that in mind, pagdating sa grade, wala naman tayo masyadong magiging problem, na? Okay, kasi we are transparent. I show you the grades before I encode them so that in case na merong concerns, then we can address that ahead of time. Okay? So if you ask my former students, nakaka-receive sila ng email sa akin. Okay? So this is the course information booklet for this course. Basically, it contains all the information that are vital in conducting this semester. Pero kayo bahala kung mabasahin nyo to or not. Okay? So yan. Anyway, naka-indicate dyan kung ano yung mga gagawin, ano yung grading scale, the policy for late submission, ayan. Yung textbook na gagamitin, which is later discuss natin, and then yung course outline, okay? And yung scheme of work and important dates. And kung sino yung mga pwede nyo makontak. Okay? So yan, kayo na magbasa niyan. So let's proceed with the next page, which is the calendar of activities. So this one is very important, okay? And this is dynamic page sa Canvas, na dynamic in a sense na in case may suspension, makita nyo, i-update ko yun dito. So I highly suggest you to always check the calendar of activities in case there are announcements from the administration, okay? Whether that's Manila City, the Philippine government, o kaya the FAU admin, okay? So this is dynamic, nagbabago to pag may kailangan baguhin, okay? So you might be thinking, no, ba't ang dami yung class siguro kanina na nag-discussion na? Nakikita ko yan. Ang galit yung aso. Nakikita ko yan sa 1FEU community natin eh. Sabi nila, ba't may discussion agad? Kasi we are in the week 2 na, okay? Yung week 1 was last week, no? However, it was suspended, okay? So hindi minove yung calendar. Instead, sinuspend lang yung isang buong week, okay? That's why, yung inyong mga teacher kanina, nag-ano na sila, nagturo na, which is gagawin ko rin later, okay? Kasi we are in week 2 na. Ilang weeks na lang, midterm na uli. So yan, that's why we need to discuss talaga later. Okay, so yan. So we are now in week 2, chapter 1 discussion for all subjects, especially Bio 1101 and 1103. And then the following week, next week, ang ating holiday ay Chinese New Year. So walang pasok sa Tuesday. Okay? And ang i-discuss doon ay chapter 2 until week 4. Okay? So week 3 and week 4, chapter 2 yung discussion natin dyan. Now let's talk about week 4 kasi may nakikita kayong mga nakalagay dyan. Okay? For example, the University Foundation Week, it spans from Monday to Friday, and then the university holiday is only on Saturday. Manonotice nyo, kapag walang pasok yung araw, nakakulay red yung text sa kanya. Okay? For example, etong 12, naka-red, ibig sabihin wala talaga yung pasok. However, if it is in black, ibig sabihin baka may pasok. Okay? Baka may pasok tayo dito even though it is University Foundation Week. Okay? For those who are new in FEU, every University Foundation Week nung face-to-face, maraming booth na pwede attendan, maraming seminar na pwede pasukan, and of course, mga activities initiated by the CSO. Okay? Pero in the context of online classes, last year, ang nangyayari lang dito sa University Foundation Week, sometimes may classes, sometimes wala. Okay? So, ganun. Minsan, pwede kayo i-invite ng buong Department of Biology to attend certain seminar. Pwede rin naman na umattend kayo ng mga university function prepared by the CSO. So, ganun. So, iba-iba yung schedule. That's why I said here na irregular class schedule. Okay? So, pwedeng may pasok tayo, pwedeng wala. So, depende yan sa magiging announcement nila. And given the nature of this week, this will be an asynchronous week. Okay? So, katulad last semester, di ba may mga asynchronous weeks tayo? So, meron din ulit tayo this semester. Okay? So yan. And then after that week, we will proceed with week 5 and week 6. Chapter 3 discussion yan for both lecture and lab. Ang only holiday natin will be on Feb 25, which is the EDSA anniversary. Then we'll continue with week 7 and week 8 for chapter 4. Wala talagang holiday yan, so tuloy-tuloy yung ating discussion. On week 9, we will have our midterm examination week. Okay, so good luck. And then week 10, we will have our midterm consultation week. As you can see, the dates are in red, meaning that walang pasok that day. And again, for the midterm consultation week, I usually send an email, okay, para makita niya yung grade. And if ever you want to really talk with me, kung paano masusolusyonan yung grade, we can arrange a Zoom meeting or MS Teams meeting. Okay? May mga ganun last year, which is okay lang naman. Okay, on week 11 and week 12, we will discuss chapter 5 for both lecture and laboratory. The only holiday there will be April 9, which is Day of Valor, Araw ng Kagitingan. And on week 13 and 14, we will discuss chapter 6. Okay? So sa chapter 6 na to, week 13 especially, mapansin nyo that this falls sa Holy Week. Okay? However, um, the manner of conducting classes in FEU kapag Holy Week, since hindi naman tayo Catholic school, um, hindi siya suspended talaga completely. Okay? Sa Ateneo kasi pati Lasal, suspended siya. Pero in our school, hindi naman tayo Catholic school. So may pasok pa rin ito. Yung Monday, Tuesday, and half day ng Wednesday. Pero pagdating ng Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yan, talaga yan, suspended na yan. Okay? So again, yung Wednesday, Holy Wednesday as they call it, it might be a half day class. Okay? Pwedeng half day tayo niyan. So given na Monday yung ating schedule, edi may pasok tayo. Okay? And then on week 14, wala nang holiday niyan. Okay? 15, teka lang. Saan tayo? Dito ba yun? Pa-mute na. Hanap eh. Okay. So anyway. Ayan. So anyway, ayan. So week 13, week 14, again, Holy Week itong 13 pero half of it may pasok. Okay? And then week 15, chapter 7 discussion yan. And then week 16, chapter 8 discussion. Okay? And on week 17, this is a buffer week. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng may gawin, pwedeng walang gawin. Depende, no? Okay? And most important dito na holiday will be the general election. Okay? So, we highly suggest you to exercise your constitutional rights. Pa-mute na lang po eh. So, yan. So, yan. May 9 is holiday. Walang pasok tayo niyan. Sa Monday yan. Okay? Kasi election. So, exercise your constitutional rights. And then week 18, this is the exam week. 23 to 25 grade encoding. But before I encode your grades, I usually send you an email. Okay? Usually, nagsasend ako email 24. And then, nag-encode ako kinabukasan. Okay? So, I will do that also. Ayan. Okay? So, ayan. Do you have any questions or concern with regards this calendar of activities? By the way, before we proceed with the questions, if ever you have any, naka-indicate na rin dito anong week yung quiz. Okay? For example, in week 5, dun lang tayo magko-quiz 1. Ang tanong, bakit po week 5 pa? Ang tagal naman. Matagal kasi yung enrollment natin na-adjust. Okay? Nung Sunday lang sa amin nasabi na adjusted yung enrollment. Ibig sabihin, if you choose to go to other sections, edi okay lang. Okay? Pero after nun, quiz na agad. Okay? So basically for the next 3 weeks, wala tayong exams, wala tayong quizzes. Pero pagdating ng week 5, matatambakan na kayo ng quizzes. Okay? Not only in this subject but also in other courses. The good thing with our subject lang is naka-schedule na siya in advance. Okay? So beforehand, nakalagay na kung kailan ka mag-quiz. Okay? So ganun lang. So week 5, quiz 1, week 6, quiz 2, week 7, quiz 3, and week 8, quiz 4. And then for the finals period, week 13, quiz 5, week 15, quiz 6, week 16, quiz 7, and week 17, quiz 8. Okay? So yun, just be prepared na lang. Pero you still have 3 weeks na walang gagawin. Kaya kinig-kinig lang muna. Okay? Or pretend. Okay? So ganun lang. But again, since this is a dynamic calendar, pwede magbago yan in case na kailangan siya baguhin. Okay? So yan. Do you have any questions or concerns? I guess wala. Okay. So for the last part of the orientation, we will talk about the shopping list. Okay? So sa lecture and lab, may shopping list. Okay? So itong shopping list na ito yung mga kailangan yung software or textbook. Okay? In terms of the textbook, I don't say na required siya. Pero andito kasi andito yung ating mga prop set. Okay? So, kung mabait yung mga klase mo, di sige. Bigay ng screenshot. Pero kung hindi, edi bili na lang. Pero, let's talk about the nature of this subject, no? Since ito kasi ay math intensive, maganda talaga yung napapractice tayo magsulat. Okay? So, you can do that, no? Especially kapag may libro ka, pwede mo talaga sulatan yung book na. Again, kasi math intensive yung course na to. Marami tayong calculation starting chapter 2. Okay? Kaya muscle memory para ma-practice yung mga ganun. Maganda na rin yung may reference material ka. Okay? So that you can study in advance. Although we already uploaded the PowerPoints in advance. Okay? So this is currently 9:55. Okay, based sa information na nakuha ko kanina, 9:55 na siya. Nagdagdagan ng 10 pesos. And you can go to FAU Tams Bookstore if you want to purchase. If you click this, you will be redirected to their Facebook page. Okay? O kaya pwede naman kayo mag-email tamsbookstore@fau.edu.ph. Another important thing in studying analytical chemistry is to have a powerful calculator. Okay? Sa mga student ko last semester, in an email I sent you sa final grade nyo, nabasa nyo dun na sa last portion nun, in-indicate ko kung ano yung suggested calculator for this semester. Ano yung suggested calculator na yun? Casio 570, Casio 991, and yung class-based version nun. Okay? If you have those calculators already, then that's good. If you don't have those calculators yet, okay lang naman. Okay? But the reason why I recommended a specific version of calculator is that so that kapag nagka-calculate tayo, on the same page tayo lahat. Okay? Para kunwari, pag sinabi ko, press nyo itong button na to and yung button na yan, we will see the same thing on screen. Kasi if we use different calculators, then mahirap. Hindi ko naman kabisado yung ibang calculator. Limited lang ako sa Casio. So, if sharp yung calculator nyo, then I don't know any about it. So, yun. So, if you are able to purchase this calculator, 570-991 Class Swiss, edi okay na yun. You're good to go. Just make sure that your calculator can perform shift-solve calculations. Bakit kailangan may shift-solve? Kasi, tuturuan ko kayo ng shortcut. Okay? Analytical chemistry is calculation intensive. And kapag calculation intensive course ang tinuturo ko, lahat ng kabagalan gagawin ko, especially kapag calculation. Okay? So, yan. Pag calculation na tayo, starting chapter 2, magiging mabagal na yung pace pacing ko sa discussion. Kasi may solving, okay? And ayun, para alam nyo rin yung pipindutin sa Calcu, I can instruct you ano yung gagawin. Okay? So, kailangan may shift solve calculation para maturo ko yung shortcut sa inyo. Okay? So, yun. Kunwari, wala kayong budget talaga in purchasing calculator for now, okay lang. Kasi hindi pa payday. So, okay lang naman. In the meanwhile, you can download this software. Okay? So, you just need to click this Casio Education link. Pag click nyo yan, you will be redirected to this web page. Ang kailangan nyo gawin when you are on that web page na, you need to look for this image. Okay? Hanapin mo yung image na yan. So, scroll down ka lang. Ayan. So, kita nyo na yung image na tinutukoy ko dun. And here, you need to select the model. Again, the suggested models are 570 and 991. So, drop down lang kayo. Ito, 570, 991. Ito, 991. So, any of the two naman pwede gamitin. So, ako 570, 991. And then, you can download it. When you press download, you will be redirected to this page. Select student, and then choose university. Click this check, and then download it. Okay? This is free kasi trial lang siya for 90 days. No? Which is apparently way beyond this semester. Okay? Matagal yung 90 days. Lagpas ng sem na to. So, ibig sabihin, kahit di ka bumili ng Calcio, okay lang. Okay? So, yun. Kapag bibilhin nyo to, wag nyo gawin. Kasi 800 pesos itong software na to. Parang bumili ka na rin ng calculator. Okay? In my case, bumili ako kasi na-expire na siya. This is how it looks like. Okay? Ay, reset ko lang. Okay? So, this is how the calculator looks like. Para talaga siyang calculator. Okay? And marami siyang function. No? Again, most important, kailangan makita nyo tong shift and yung solve button. Okay? Kapag bibili kayo ng calculator, dapat may shift solve. Bakit? Kasi tuturo ko sa inyo yung shortcut. Okay? So, yan. During our classes, ganito ako magpa-calculator. Makikita nyo yung ginagawa natin. And even the keylog. For example, may algebra equation tayo. 9x equals 3. Ako na rin, ayan. Yan yung problem. 9x equals 3. What's the value of x? No? So, the reason bakit may shift solve is that yung calculator na yung bahala mag-algebra for you. Okay? Ikaw, magpipindot ka na lang. So, press the shift and then yung solve. And nakita nyo yung pinipindot ko doon. No? Shift, solve, and then equal sign. Ito na yung sagot. 1/3. Okay? 1/3. Also, hindi lang yan yung kaya ng calculator natin. May topic kayo sa laboratory na statistics. Okay? So, dun sa statistics na yon, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-stats. Okay? For example, punta ka sa mode, sa statistics function, number 3, linear regression, let's say. Kunwari, ano na lang, mean mode standard deviation. One variable yan. So, you press 1. Okay? Kunwari, these are our data. Then, hanapin natin yung standard deviation, let's say. Ay, tuturo ko to, don't worry. So, you press AC, you press Shift, Stat, the variance, okay, variance for, and then the standard deviation, SX. Okay, ayun yung standard deviation. Okay. So, important yung ganitong type ng calculator para hindi tayo mag-long method. Kasi pag long method tayo, matagal kayo matatapos sa problem. Okay? So this is the reason why I suggested a specific type of calculator for this course. Okay? Para hindi lang dahil kailangan maganda calculator, because it actually allows us to calculate easier, because again, analytical chemistry is a calculation intensive course. So again, kung wala pang 570, 991, mag-download na lang ng software. Okay? Press that link, go here, choose 570, 991, and then download. Okay? Good for 90 days yan, which is way beyond our semester. Okay? So yun. Baka may question kayo. Kanina pa ako nagsasalita. May question ba ang class? Mag-chat na lang kayo kung meron. Sino ba yung mga students ko dati dito? Si Adrian. Ayan. Si Kenneth, nandito rin pala kayo. Alexia. Ayan. Okay. Marami rin pala dito yung students ko dati. Okay. So, yan. In case na wala naman kayong questions, and I guess that's fine. Okay. Let's talk about how we will conduct this semester. Okay. So, sa recent announcement na ginawa ko nung nakaraan, kailan ka ba ito pinost? Walang date. Anyway, so dito sa announcement na to, sabi dito that may discussion board tayo. And they can be used in order to convey information or questions. Okay? So, kasi dati, mga students ko, pag nagtatanong, nagpi-PM, inisip ko kasi, kung active sila sa sa discussion, edi what if gawin nating graded yon, no? Kaya sinabi ko, mag-discussion board tayo, okay, sa cluster meeting namin. So sabi ko ng discussion board na lang para yung mga nagtatanong may bonus point, okay? So for every discussion board na kinontributan mo ng question or insight, pwede kayo mag-earn ng 1 point, okay? So yan. So 1 point lang, no? Hindi yung paramihan ng question. Ano lang. So punta tayo dito. So kunwari sa chapter 1 may question ka. Yan, may dalawa na nag-post, okay? So yan, maglagay ka na lang dyan. Hindi lang siya limited to question, pwede rin siya sa insight. Kunwari wala ka talagang matanong kasi wala na gets. Hindi, joke lang. Wala ka talagang matanong kasi okay naman or wala naman talagang dapat itanong. Okay? Pwede yung insight na lang. Sabihin mo, this chapter is very difficult, but ganun. O kaya, this chapter is relevant to me kasi I did this in high school. Ayun, at least matututo pa kami kung ano ginawa nyo nung high school, di ba? So, ganun. So, again, it's not limited to questions. Rather, you can also give us insights, no? Okay? So, yan. So, for example, ito, nag-chapter 1 discussion ako sa section 1. Nag-post na sila ng insight. Meron na rin question. Sasagutan ko yan. Okay? Pag may time na, sasagutan ko yan. And then sometimes I will bring that up to our class discussions. No? Okay? So, ganun lang. So, kapag may question, maximize the use of your question para mag-earn ng bonus point. You have 1 bonus point per discussion board. We have 9 discussion boards in total. So, ibig sabihin yan, you can earn up to 9 bonus points. Okay? 2 of those bonus points will be added to your quiz 1. Okay? Kasi dalawa gagawin nyo. Bukod sa chapter 1 discussion board na pwede kayong mag-contribute, pwede rin kayo dito sa general course Q&A. So pag sinelect nyo yan, click nyo yan, you can earn 1 point here. So dito sa general course Q&A, ito lang yung sasagutan nyo. Ano name mo, age mo, section mo, ano yung dream job mo, kumusta yung first semester, expectation sa klase, and may question ka ba na hindi ko pa nasasagot? Okay? So, just let me know na para mabasa ko dyan. Okay? So, kunwari ako, hindi pa pala ako nagpapakilala sa iba. So, my name is Jim Cruz, no? Age, kaka-24 ko lang. Section, kung ano-ano section ko. Kasi teacher ako. Okay. Dream job. Ako, ang dream job ko is not to be a teacher. Ang dream job ko yung maging ano na lang. Considered ba yung pagiging mayaman na nagtatanim na lang ng halaman sa backyard. Ganun. Ayoko ng trabaho eh. Okay. How did your first semester go? Okay naman. Medyo struggle. Kasi yung internet, alam niyo naman yung bagyo last time, di ba? Yung internet putol-putol din, kaya even me as a teacher, stressed din ako. expectation sa class, hopefully kayo as my students maging active na. Okay? Kasi I like active students na. Okay? At saka malay mo magpa-bonus point ako. Ayan. Kapag may discussions tayo. And do you have any questions regarding the class? Ayan, kayo na bahala dyan. Okay? So yan. So just post them here sa discussion board. Once na mabasa ko yan, that will be graded na. And if ever may question ka, masasagot ko yun sa discussion board. Okay? By answering this, may 1 point ka na to be added sa quiz. Okay? E di ba 15 points lang quiz. Kunwari, naka 10 ka, edi plus 1, 11. Pasado na yun. Okay? So, ganun. So, just be active, no? And hindi lang ito yung bonus point sa klase. My former students can attest to that, no? Hindi lang yan yung mga pa-bonus points ko. Minsan per chapter yung pa-bonus ko, di ba? Naalala nila. Meron akong pa-bonus point na ano lang, summarize nyo yung lesson natin. Ano yung pinagkaiba nito sa pinagkaiba nun? Ayan. Then kapag nagsagot, full points yon. Okay? So, ganun lang. So, hindi naman tayo kuripot. Okay? So, if wala pa kayong question, okay, sige. So, kung wala pang question, mag-isip na ng pwede itanong because after nito, magdi-discussion na tayo. Okay? Ay, nadadagdagan yung nagpo-post dito. Okay? Okay pa naman kayo dyan? By the way, kumusta kayo? Kasi, di ba nagpa-survey ako? COVID-19 situationer, week 1 and 2. By the way, gagawin namin to always. Magpo-post kami ng COVID-19 situationer. Pag hindi siya nag-load, click nyo yung link na to. Okay? So, magpo-post kami ng ganito so that we will have an idea kung kumusta ba kayo. May mga sakit ba kayo or what? Kasi kung may mga sakit, then pwede tayong mag-declare ng asynchronous week. Okay? Depende kung ano mangyari. Kasi lately dahil sa surge, nagka-COVID din ako. Ayun. I think marami din students na nagka-COVID, no? Kaya ayan, maganda yung alam namin yung situation para we know how to handle your needs. Okay? So ganito lang naman yung mga question, ano section mo, vaccinated ka ba o hindi, ano yung na-experience mo ngayon, positive ka ba or hindi, ayan. Ilan yung positive, kung wala, edi zero. Kailangan mo ba ng help, no? In case na magsabi kayo ng yes, then I will coordinate the FEU guidance counselors to reach you out, no? Kunwari, that's a mental health issue, then I will recommend you to them. Then, kukontakin ka nila. Kung health issues naman yan, then I can email the UHS, no? So, ginagawa ko talaga yan since online classes, okay? May mga student ako na ganun mga mental health problems, ako na yung bahala mag-coordinate sa guidance counselor. Okay? Kasi as a teacher, di lang naman kami turo-turo. We also need to know your status. Okay? So, ayun lang. Okay, so punta tayo sa chapter 1 kasi chapter 1 discussion tayo. Okay. Every chapter, may makikita kayong learning materials. No? And if you click that, you will be redirected to this page. Andito yung activity, ito yung schedule. By the way, the schedule is outdated kasi kaka-announce lang na na-extend yung na-extend yung enrollment. So, hindi ko na i-update. Ang dami kong i-edit Andito yung mga chapter objectives, the textbook na kailangan, anong chapter yon sa libro, and additional reference materials. No? So, itong additional reference materials, itong isa, kay Harris, libro din yan pero dagdag basahin lang, pero yung gagamitin natin talaga is yung kay Scoop. Okay, and then yung problem set kay Scoop din galing, pero kung nagbabasa kayo ng Harris din, mas maganda. Okay, etong AOAC official methods, mamaya pakita ko kung ano yung purpose nito. Okay, and then the PowerPoint, you can download them here by clicking this download button, or you can choose to just press this embedded file. Okay? So click nyo na lang yan. Okay? So yun lang. And that is true for all the chapters. Okay? Kunwari chapter 2. Gusto nyo na magtingin kung ano yung gagawin sa chapter 2. Punta lang kayo sa learning materials. Okay? And then yan. And download the PowerPoint and then pindot-pindot lang kayo. Di-discuss natin yan, don't worry. Yung mga students ko before, they might be thinking, active pa ba yung ating ipopost ko ba yung mga videos, mga recording sa YouTube channel? Yes, no. Dun sa mga hindi ko students before, alam ko nakikita nyo ako. Okay. Ako yung gumagawa ng recording sa Organic Chem. Okay. So, ayan. Ganun ginagawa ko talaga sa classes ko. So, gagawin ko after our chapter discussion, once na ma-upload ko na sa YouTube, ready for viewing, magkakalaman na tong chapter 1 discussion recording. Okay? So, ipopost ko dito yung link ng video so that you can study it in your own, especially yung mga working student, kung meron tayong working student ngayon. Okay? So, by the way, attendance is not required. I don't check the attendance kasi alam mo naman, iba-iba yung mga nangyayari sa ating bahay. Kaya, ayan, sometimes other people need to work. Yung iba, at home lang talaga. So, kayo bahala kung attend kayo. As long as you are able to ask questions and then answer the exams and assessments, no? Okay tayo dun. Any question from the class? Kasi kung wala na, mag-chapter 1 discussion ako. Okay, so I guess wala nang question, no? Pag may question, paki-chat na lang sa chat box para mabasa ko dito sa second screen. Okay? So, yun lang. Okay. Kung bago lang kayo dito na nadagdag sa Canvas, nag-send kasi ako ng invite. 'Di ba naka-invite kayo sa akin? Mga ganyan. Kung hindi kayo naka-receive nun, edi press nyo na lang ito. Kunwari, section tayo? Section 2. Click nyo na lang yung link na yan. Then you will be redirected here sa MS Teams. Okay? So, ganun. Kung may classmate kayo na hindi pa na-add dito sa MS Teams, sabihin nyo, nandito lang sa synchronous discussion yung links. Okay? Piliin nyo na lang section nyo. So, I guess, it seems na wala na namang question ang class. Okay? So, let's begin our chapter 1 discussion. Okay? So, chapter 1 discussion, madali lang to. Okay? This is just about you learning the process of analytical chemistry. Okay? The nature of analytical chemistry. So, gaya nga nasabi ko sa inyo earlier, analytical chemistry is heavily used sa research, di ba? So, dito natin makikita bakit siya ginagamit sa research. Okay? By the way, I will create a separate recording na lang